Hello, hello, my dear friends, and welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. I hope you're all doing well today, the 22nd of March of 2022. We've got the moon on the south node in Scorpio. The transiting moon is moving over those degrees, that 25th degree, which is a very important degree because that's very close to that 27th degree. The lunar eclipse, one of the last eclipses we had on the 19th of November, that was a full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus. That was at the 27th degree. Remember, our goal is there. Medusa, I should say. So every time that those degrees, 27, 25 of Taurus and Scorpio, they're very important degrees, and just looking forward at the lunar eclipse, which will take place in Scorpio, which will be right opposite that full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus. So this eclipse is ahead of us. It's at the 25th degree. So that lunar eclipse in Scorpio, which we know Scorpio is a very secretive, very deep, very penetrating, very sexual, very passionate, full of desire. Just think of the serpent, right? And the moon is dark on its own. When it transits through Scorpio, it gets even darker. It's got a lot to do with jealousy, vindictive energies, fears, desires, very deep-rooted desires. And that lunar eclipse on May 16th will be happening, that full moon will be happening in Scorpio. That's at the 25th degree, which this is where the transiting moon is right now, my dear friends, as I'm doing this reading. Anyway, I hope you had a good weekend. It's Tuesday today, and yes, we will be doing a twin flame soulmate reading. Today's Tuesday, right? I hope I've got my days right. Yeah. We'll be doing a twin flame soulmate reading that will be premiering tomorrow, which is Wednesday. It's the day that we usually do that reading pertaining to very important relationships. Yes, we will be taking cards, personalized love messages. Many of you have been asking for that, so all being well, these cards, these handwritten love cards, will be taken. So make sure that you are subscribed, you are notified. Maybe unsubscribe and subscribe again and press that notification bell, as many of you have not been receiving. You have not been receiving the notifications. One lady told me that she hadn't received any notifications since last December. So it's obvious. There's a lot of mysterious things going on, my dear friends, and the energies are quite challenging, as many of you know. Even Agapi was not feeling well yesterday. We were ready to take her to the vet. She was really low in energy. The energies, the frequencies have been quite dark, have been very, very difficult. We see it around us from other people. We feel it ourselves. And remember, eclipse energies are already with us. So those of you that are fixed signs, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius, you're feeling it even more potently, but we've all got those fixed areas in our charts. So let's see what the Karma Dharma is today. And those of you that are interested, I will explain something pertaining to a message, a dream of mine. And we've got the World card, which is those 4 fixed signs. The World card is a completion, my dear friends. So stay to, if you're interested in special messages pertaining to dreams, messages for the collective, as well as maybe for some of you personal messages. I'm just giving you the most important message if you're not wanting to stay on to the end of the video. 888 was shown to me last night in my dream. I will go into explanations at the end of the reading. If you are interested, stay on. So let's see what's going on today, the 22nd of March of 2022. Happy birthday, dear Aries. As we know, the sun has now ingressed into Aries, and logically the energies are shifting greatly. We've started a brand new astrological year, so fresh energy is coming in. There is, even in the weather today, there's a feeling of spring in the air for the Northern Hemisphere and in Greece. I don't know what's going on for you. We've had some really cold, freezing, below zero, of really low energy, low frequency energies, and it shows up in the weather as well as that in our emotions. Let's see what's going on today. 10 of Wands, 6 of Swords, King of Wands. This could be a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. They could have air in their chart as well. We've got air and fire. Someone is packing up their bags and they're on their way. They're dealing with an ending of a major difficult cycle. It could be a karmic cycle in their life. King of Wands could be a business entrepreneur as well. So this could be a change of residence, could be a change of business. But we see that someone is getting very empowered. We know that the sun now having ingressed into Aries is very positive for all the fire signs. So unless you're born in the middle of your sign, especially for those of you that are Leo, because obviously we've got Uranus and Saturn still touching on those people born in the middle of the sign. Generally speaking, Leo, of course, because it's a fixed sign, but remember also that there is some sort of a connection, obviously, with all the energies, all the archetypes pertaining to those middle signs. So from roughly the 11th degree all the way up until the 20th degree. So let's see what's going on as we see a King of Wands becoming much more powerful, leaving a cycle, as I said, a difficult, burdensome cycle, leaving some sort of duties, something that was very difficult, very heavy for them, leaving conflicts and moving on. Wow. Some of you are still dealing with someone playing with your mind again, more air energy. Remember, Uranus is activated with Venus and Mars, and especially Mars, which rules Aries. And Aries is, I want to plant that seed. I want to go on that journey. Aries is cardinal fire. It's wanting to move forward, but still dealing with those cerebral energies, something eating away at someone's mind. It's more than likely this fire sign. Maybe even trying to figure out if they've done the right thing by moving on, by closing a door. The Five of Swords it can speak to legalities, fights, challenges, maybe even dealing with someone that's been playing with their head, maybe dealing with another air sign, this King of Wands. But it speaks of getting freed, right? Freeing oneself up. It could be from a difficult narcissistic relationship. Doesn't have to be only romantic. It could be just a very challenging chapter in their life that they're needing to close up. Anything pertaining to legalities, information, communication, truth or a lack of truth. And that is beautiful to see. The Page of Wands, even though it's the minor arcana, it's very similar, of course, to the full energy Aries, right? So letting go of all the challenges and taking initiative, having that Martian energy to move forward, to go on a journey. It can be physical move as well. The World card does speak to other countries, other cultures, people who may be from different areas of the world, maybe even have grown up in different ways. Remember that the sun is going to connect with Chiron, so we will be sort of like looking at that open wound or looking for solutions to a challenge that we're leaving behind, but there's still the echo of that that's giving us a hard time trying to figure things out. Remember, Mercury is moving through Pisces, and Mercury, of course, is all about that, the logic, the truth, the information, the way we speak, the way we communicate. Mercury is submerged in the area of Pisces, which is water, so it's having difficulty in making sense of things. But because Mercury has just passed over Jupiter, that Mercury-Jupiter, it's the teacher and the student. It's learning something from someone that could be wiser, or maybe even seeking professional advice. Having the ability to understand, to see, to have that wisdom, right? And it could, with that wisdom or those truths or that logic could also come through from your sleep, from your dream state, because Pisces is, I'm sleeping. I'm sort of lost in that Neptunian, Piscean, those waters, right, which can speak to confusion, but also it's a form of escapism. I mean, Pisces is, I am trying to escape a very difficult, very unclear, very challenging situation, because I've sacrificed so much and I still don't see the outcome or the rewards, the compassion. What I've sacrificed, I don't see it coming back to me. So what the hell is going on here? But Mercury is coming up to Neptune now. It's already connecting. So this could also speak to, I mean, Mercury's in between Jupiter and Neptune. So even though we're not seeing maybe yet the magic of, Jupiter, Neptune, Mercury, and the sun having moved through Pisces, we haven't seen the magic. There's a potential for that now, I would say more than likely, because remember, Mercury has had a lot of confusion, but it's actually connecting with Neptune now. So this is the ability through spiritual means, I would say, through connection, through synchronicities, through the divine, to have the understanding that spirit is there for us, that the magic is playing out, even though we cannot figure it out. We cannot make or understand it yet. I would say as Mercury will ingress into Aries, it will be a totally different picture that's being painted. And remember that Mercury is the communicator. It's anything to do with messages coming through, messages that someone is ready to take that leap of faith. Someone is going to send out that message of positivity, of desire, of the ability to create. And we've got it could be a father and a child here. This is childlike energies. You could be dealing with someone that is your teacher. We've got the student and the teacher could be here, and maybe the teacher's seeking the wisdom now from someone, from a message, from someone that's more youthful, Sometimes, you know, even a teacher can receive messages from a student, from that innocence of the youth. We always hear the truth, don't we? From the children, from someone that's more youthful, more innocent. That's what I'm getting here. What I wanted to mention also, dear friends, is do take a lot of care, because right now Mars moving through Aquarius is exactly squaring over to Uranus. This can be very dangerous. It can be very strong energies. I mean, air and fire, right? Uranus is in Earth, which means fixed Earth, where Uranus needs to make the changes there, but Mars through Aquarius, and Aquarius is, remember, it's intelligence, it's air, it's scientific, we've got the desire to move forward, to bring in the changes. We're pressured to make those changes, but take it slowly. Remember that Aries energy now, where the sun is very powerful there, so look to the truth, look to the power of Aries, so having the courage to move forward, but let's not throw out the baby with the bathwater, right? Let's make those changes, but just try and hold yourself back, because Aries is also cardinal fire. I'm going to take that leap of faith. I'm not going to think. I'm just going to dive into this. Take care with that, dear friends. And we've got the death card here, Scorpio. And we've got Scorpio and Aquarius, as I see here. Remember, the moon on the south node is that we need to leave anything that has run its course, anything that is karmic, that has died, that has ended in our lives. We've got a death and a rebirth here. Right, so leaving the challenges behind. I'm going to say also that those of you that are leaving a narcissistic relationship behind, whether it's romantic or whether it's, it could be anything, through any relationships, could be partnerships. It is not your duty, right? It's not your duty to stay in a unhealthy relationship. It's time for you to move on. Okay, leave the thoughts, maybe, the Five of Swords, and with Scorpio here, that could speak to feeling guilty, a sense of guilt that you are closing the door on something, but there's something better for you. We see the star here, which the star is, of course, it's Aquarius, it's newness, you're doing things that are different now, you're getting yourself unstuck. That's what the North Node in Taurus is telling us. We're moving towards what it is that we desire, where we've been called to move to. Remember, Taurus is Venus ruled, and Venus in transiting through Aquarius is saying that I'm getting detached from any relationship that was unhealthy. Okay, I'm doing things in a different way. I'm going to make the changes that are necessary. And if it's been hard, I'm finding ways to resolve this conflict by closing the door, by leaving something. And remember, Chiron is the key. The sun will show us the ability to find a solution, a resolution to this open wound. We've got the Hierophant. Here it is, Scorpio, Taurus. We're in the eclipse energies already, which I spoke about at the beginning of the reading. And we've got the Hermit here. So we've got the Hierophant and the Hermit, Taurus, Virgo. A lot of spiritual energies coming through. We've got the Hierophant. Remember, it can speak to marriage, the ending of a marriage, the ending of maybe even a career path, because remember that the Hierophant, yes, has got other solutions, holds two keys, but it's also a hierarchy situation. The Hierophant can speak to maybe an awakening that some of you are going through. The Hermit does seek the answers. We go from the 5 to the 9, the Hermit, Virgo. We've just had a full moon in Virgo just recently, and we're looking towards a new moon in Aries on the 1st of April, and then a full moon on the 16th of April in Libra. So it's a full moon in Libra is obviously closing up something that was not in sync, not in balance. Something was unfair, was needed to be looked at closely. That's what the Hermit does. Remember, he seeks the light. First of all, he seeks the light from within, but he also receives the wisdom from above. The Hermit is someone that's gone in there. They've gone within so that they can see what is true and what is not. Remember that Virgo is right opposite Pisces, so it's about being practical. It's a 9 also. It's about closing up a chapter in our lives, seriously. And we've got the Knight of Swords. So someone, as I see the Knight of Swords here, it's Aquarius, could be Libra, could be Gemini, but it's mainly the Aquarius energy for me, where Knight of Swords can speak to legalities, difficult challenges, fights, very combative energies. We see the Knight of Swords racing to catch up to something, to make it on time, pertaining to something that they desire. Remember that he's holding that bow and arrow on his back. So it does also relate to that Sagittarian energy. So if we're looking at Aquarius and Sag, they're both signs that seek freedom, even within a relationship. But it also speaks to, and we've recently, not so long ago, have been dealing with the South Node in Sagittarius, which is our beliefs. And our beliefs have been going through changes as well. So Knight of Swords could speak to someone coming in very quickly with a lot of messages, someone taking action, and it's got a lot to do with the mind, perception, communication, paperwork also, the red tape. As we see the 7 of Pentacles here, it's all about being stuck, but something has been growing. The seeds have grown here. We've invested time, effort, blood, sweat, and tears in a certain situation. We're turning a difficult corner. Obviously, 7s are not easy. And we've got another 7, the 7 of Cups. So we've got a Capricorn as well as, could be Taurus as well. And 7 of Cups is Pisces. 7 and 7. Challenging thoughts, perception, or there's been a lot of lack of clarity or understanding. There's just been too much hardship, things being unclear. 6 of Wands, Leo energy. This could speak to someone that's been quite successful in what they do pertaining to their vocation or what they desire. There's been a sense of maybe even ego or success, and maybe doors opening, but the promise of the doors opening are here. And a success, we see ladders here in this deck. The ladders speak to maybe a difficult uphill climb, or even having the possibility of succeeding, where many doors open through what you've invested in, and there's quick news or perception, understanding of that there's action being taken now, but maybe you haven't seen it yet. That's what I'm getting here. Let's see what the Psychic Tarot for the Heart wants to tell us. So So obviously there's fated things going on here with Scorpio and Taurus. Taurus, of course, means money, values, love, anything it is that we love. But it's not easy. And we've got the Death card, but it speaks to rebirth here. That there is a possibility that the changes that are happening now are bringing in a rebirth. Someone is seeing the light. Remember that after the Hermit is that Wheel of Fortune. So what's going on, dear Spirit, today, the 22nd of March, 2022? We've got the base, the root chakra. This speaks to career, money, and someone's mindset. And also someone feeling safe and secure and a sense of belonging. We've got Aquarius here, the star, which speaks to healing. And we've got dreams coming true, the 9 of Cups. We had the 7 of Cups there. We've got the 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups says that dreams have got the ability to come true. These could be quick communication through social media pertaining to matters of love. Some of you could be, as I said, you could also be leaving an Aquarius behind. Someone who was someone who was not giving you maybe all the information, or just playing with your mind, playing mind games with you. Some of you also, this could be communication that's coming through that is a promise of a wish fulfillment. We do have logically 2 wish cards here. And relief what is toxic, and release the past. That's what the Death card speaks to here. And we've got shine, Leo, Scorpio. Leo is the heart, matters of the heart. So it can be also pertaining to romance, the ability to connect, to take a risk maybe on love and bring that change that is necessary, but you're needing to release anything toxic, anything secretive. Why do I get, because we've got the sun and we've got the darkness here. So for some of you, if this was maybe also a secretive connection, the possibility of this coming into the light. So possibly changes here, that someone may be also holding on to their deepest emotions. This could be someone coming through quickly with sharing their deepest emotions, what they hold within their heart, what is it that they love. But there's a transformation here, as the sun is, as I said, very strong now in Aries. This is someone that is letting go of fears and being very courageous and moving forward. Rest and reconsider, 9 of Wands, blockages, and maybe even needing to believe in magic, to believe where matters of love are concerned, that there is the possibility of a transformation of your life as you're letting go of anything that was difficult, right? Anything that you were protecting yourself from. There was distrust here, and you've gone through a lot. The sun speaks to healing, yes, after that 9 of Wands, but also a transformation and a rebirth through releasing anything toxic in your life. Let's see what the Lenormand have for us today. Let's take 3 cards. We've got the book, which is Neptune, something secretive or something that you've been learning, something that you will find out about that was secretive. We've got the fox, and that's also the ability to see what was hidden, right? The fox it could be someone sneaky or just someone very intelligent. Someone is seeing the light here. And we've got the child here, which does speak to something new coming in. It can pertain to childlike energies as well, or pertaining to an actual child. We've got the lily here, which does speak to a past connection, a purifying of a connection, right? The lily is a virtues, it's wisdom, it's a very ethical, very divinely guided connection, but it does speak to purity and innocence. Yeah, someone's made a choice to be open. We've got a number 22. The path, of course, speaks to opportunities. Someone may be in separation mode. They've made their choice. Someone is deciding, even though they're in hesitation, because the path has opened, there's decisions that need to be made. Someone ready to come in and purify a certain connection. Someone ready to be truthful, to be ethical, or this speaks to someone leaving, someone that was very deceptive, maybe also having dealt with a third person, someone having stepped out of a relationship. There's a lot of information that's coming through, a lot. We've got the Eight of Swords there as well. So Eight of Swords, someone feeling blocked, but it was their perception and inability of moving forward. Someone needing to get out of a situation because they needed to be free. Someone trying to get themselves independent, knowing their self-worth, but having dealt with someone that was just playing with their head. A lot of miscommunication, a lack of truths also, a lack of clear and concise communication. Let's see what these cards want us to know. The fortune-telling cards. We've got the House. Could be anything legal. Could be anything that is difficult as well. The main female and the mature woman. So this can speak to because the mature woman many times I see as the Empress. So it could be someone who is a mother. We've also got a main female, so I don't know if this King of Wands is someone that had a choice between two. This could be, if you're a divine feminine, this could be your energy. The mature woman could also be you having gone through a maturing process. It could be the same person here. There's unexpected income here. We've got the Despair card and the Imprisonment. My goodness me. And Occupation. Someone that felt very blocked by either a mother, either pertaining to their finances, could be connected to a mother who's been helping them financially. Therefore, maybe emotionally they were not able to steer their own lives. Because I feel a sense of imprisonment here with this card here. Someone is looking for a solution or a resolution. They're wanting to take a trip, move towards what they desire, but they're needing to make a choice. Yes, an opportunity will come through. The opportunities are here, but someone needs to put in the work. And the blockages could also be pertaining to work as well. Work and money. But we've got distant horizons here. So something that you've dreamed of, that ship is it's showing up in the horizon here after the work's been done. And we've got the marriage. So this is a contract, or someone was in a marriage where there was a lack of happiness. I mean, we've got a lot of despair and blockages here. And someone having imagined that their wishes are at a physical distance or at a timely distance. This is something that someone's been dreaming of and hoping for. And we've got courtship. So in the past, there's been a relationship that did not manifest. Maybe the blockage was a marriage. Okay. Or maybe someone was married to their work. That's why this relationship could not manifest or, go to the next level. There's a lot of challenges, bad health. So psychologically not believing that this could manifest. Or maybe the blockage was someone going through a health crisis, maybe also emotional, not only physical. So a lot is shown up here, dear friends, a lot. It will be different for each of you, of course. I want to take a couple of cards on the dreams coming true. Yeah, we've got an offer here. I mean, this is someone is asking you to go out. There's an offer on the table. Okay, you're at the flirtation level, let's say. This could also be someone sending you flowers. Okay, it could also be, I suppose it could be an apology from someone. Now, I'm going to say that it's interesting because I feel here from the card of, you know, the flowers, the bouquet, which is an offer, to the anchor. This can promise something long term, so a potential marriage. And this brings me back to, this here, which for some of you, we see that there's a courtship. So it's like the bouquet, and then we've got the potential for marriage. But this is, the ship is coming from a distance. It's something that you've dreamed about, something that you've hoped for. And maybe also something needing to become practical and not only be within a dream. But I feel here with the 34, which is a 7, we're turning a difficult corner. We can't see what's around that corner. Maybe it was a 7-year thing for some of you. 7 months for others of you. I mean, we've got the 7 of Pentacles. Again, that Saturnian world card, right? It could also be, I don't know, for some of you, maybe someone needing to know that they've got the ability to be grounded and feel that there is a sense of security here and a sense of belonging, and that this wish fulfillment, something that someone's dreamed of. Remember, the stars do speak to hope. They speak to something, again, being at a distance, a timely distance, but also that, you know, there's someone needed to get grounded here to, maybe they were risking their security, their financial, their emotional securities, and they're taking that step to send out a message, to communicate. The star does speak to social media. It also speaks to someone having figured something out, having found an ingenious way to overcome any blockages pertaining to letting go of any distrust that they could manage a situation, that this could actually become true, that this can turn from something that you've dreamed of into something based in reality, something real that does give you a sense of security. I want to take one more card on that anchor. And we've got a window of opportunity, which is Jupiterian energies, right? So there is a window of opportunity here, of luck coming through. Do take advantage of it, my dear friends. Okay, there is something new, but the child is also a 13, remember, which is the release card. Right? So letting go of any fears pertaining to the past, letting go of anything toxic in your life that has run its course, letting go of anyone that was very manipulative, someone maybe pushing you to your limits. I mean, we know Scorpio is Pluto, and it speaks to control. If someone has been trying to control you physically or your mind, take heed, take time out, connect with spirit. You will find the answers to this imprisonment. Remember, we've got the lock. The sun will shine its light on Chiron. Chiron is the key. We will find the resolution through that key, through that open wound. Let's see what the wisdom of the oracle holds today. And I just wanted to mention that my dream, I actually had a date, 18th of September, 888. So I don't know if this is a personal message for me, or if it speaks to others of you out there, it could be a collective message as well. So 888, 888, my dear friends. What does that mean? 888 speaks to, it's an angel number, obviously. It speaks to abundance. It can speak to inheritance. It can speak to inheritance. It could speak to a lottery, to good fortune, to a karmic payback for good deeds done. It can speak to strength, right? It's that Leo energy. It also speaks to renewal and rebirth, just like the death card here. So, I mean, it will be different for each of you. Remember, seeing 888 in one's dreams, and I don't know if the 18th of September speaks to you personally. We could be talking forward, the 18th of September coming up in the Virgo season, where we've got the Hermit here and the Child. I don't know, that could be when something is going to begin for you. And I don't know if this is for some of you also. The Child could be anything new, anything, or it could also speak to some of you being a student, or having been the student and you're now becoming the teacher, or you're seeking guidance from someone that can give you that wisdom. We've got orphaned here. So I don't know if this child is an orphan. This could be anything to do with your subconscious childhood wounds coming up now, so that you could purge, get rid of them. And we've got no place like home, which is in the reverse. I think I will read that for you. Someone is seeking a home that maybe feels more comfortable to them. Remember, we've got the house here, and the house does not speak to warmth in this deck. It speaks to just a house, right? Which feels very cold. And we've got tick-tock, and the clock is ticking. But again, that's in the reverse. Let's see what the reversed messages speak to here. Number 50. 50, remember, is a 5. It's the Hierophant, which is on the death card. There are times when what is familiar and unknown is not the best choice. Human beings are memory-driven creatures, and we all look for certainty for what we know, even if the qualities we seek in other people and in external conditions are expressed in unhealthy ways. Avoid being too eager to find home. Choose something unfamiliar and trust that there you will find a new normal that supports your spirit. Remember, if you do what you did, you'll get what you got. Do the opposite of what feels right, even if it's uncomfortable, because what feels right is really what feels familiar, and you will attract and be drawn to the very things you don't want anymore. This time will not be different unless you do something different. And let's read number 30, tick-tock, which does speak to timing, and this is the card of Saturn. Have you been feeling as if the clock is ticking and gotten a little nervous that your dreams are taking too long to manifest? There is nothing to fear. You will never run out of time for the important things. The miracles that are yours and yours alone can't be missed. Isn't that amazing? You're in such capable hands, with guides and angels hovering in the invisible spaces, ensuring that your journey will be filled with all sorts of goodies. Let your anxiety be gently dispelled by your faith. Spirit will never deny you your highest good. All is yours in divine appropriate timing. You can relax. So we will get to that manifestation. Now, someone's home here is upside down. For some of you, your home is upside down, and it's only a matter of time that you will pack up and move away, which is exactly what we see here. You will be the king of your own life. You will feel the power. You are driven by your heart. You are getting released. You are releasing anyone that's been keeping you in a toxic, unloved situation. If you've been dealing with someone that was very egocentrical, it's time to let them go. Ego-centered, it's time to let them go. And they will also be humbled by maybe you being their teacher at this time, dear friends. Okay, so, and with that, I will leave you. Of course, thank you so much for being here, for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. I will be taking a card for Patreon, okay, from Spirit. As you know, when we do the daily, the messenger is here, we take a card for those of you on Patreon as a bonus. And I'd like to also mention that I have been thinking of stopping the personal readings for, I don't know until when, as I'm needing to catch up on things and maybe also have a bit of a life. I'm also feeling that because my patrons, those of you on Patreon, because of your support, I think that the door for personal readings for patrons will still be open. So those of you on YouTube that are not on Patreon, I don't know when I'm going to stop the personal readings, so I'm giving you notice. Those that are wanting a personal reading, get it soon, because I'm needing to take time off. I don't know, as I said, until when. So thank you also for your trust in getting personal readings from myself. I do appreciate that very much so, but I think it's a bit of, it's time for me to take a little bit of a breather. Yeah, that dream, the 888 message, was very potent, very strong for me. So I do believe that there's a very big chance that many dreams will be fulfilled for many of you. We've got beautiful energies coming in end of April, just before the new moon eclipse, the solar eclipse in Taurus. Right, Taurus is all about abundance. It's Venusian. We'll be talking a lot about that on Patreon and in other videos to come here on YouTube. So thank you for your support in whichever way you support this channel. I've also mentioned that I'm doing a new website. It's ready, and I'm wanting your feedback. If you want your message pertaining to, if you've received a personal reading from me in the past, or anything pertaining to Divine Debut. Okay, so we're looking at people who can share their experience with others and have their message shared with other people that are hoping to join us on Patreon, and also for personal readings. But as I said, we're looking at ceasing those personal readings for some time. I don't know until when, and when it is that we'll start, opening up for personal readings again. So anyway, I think I will leave you with that. Lots of personal messages, lots of messages pertaining to spirit as well. Wishing you well, my dear friends. And as I said, make sure that you are with us so that you can have a chance to get a personal love message on the Twin Flame Soulmate reading that we'll be doing on the Wednesday, premiering. Let's see if this is pertaining to you and if these are the messages that you receive tomorrow. I had been dreaming about you before I met you, and I can't help myself from falling in love with you every day. So I didn't expect to take these messages. I was just called to. Are you the one? So we've got all cups, all emotions. We've got a number 10, where there's been no dreamy energies, no love, and no understanding about being in the right connection. Someone maybe is being enlightened that they were not in the right connection. They've met their soulmate. Are you the one, right? Twin flame soulmate, whatever that is. But there's a lot of love here. This is the 10 of Cups, my dear friends, which turns into the Ace again. So there's a restart, there's an ending and a new possible beginning. Okay, and just like with a new astrological year now started, we're in new energies. I'm wishing you well, wishing you luck, and happy birthday, dear Aries. Love and light to all of you. Ta-da.